What if I told you that more than 2,000 years ago, ancient engineers built a machine so sophisticated that historians once believed it was impossible? A machine capable of predicting eclipses, tracking planets, calculating the movements of the heavens, and doing it centuries before the invention of modern clocks. When divers discovered a strange corroded object inside an ancient shipwreck near a small Greek island in 1901, nobody realized they had uncovered one of the greatest technological mysteries in human history. But three questions immediately emerged. What exactly was this machine? Who possessed the knowledge to build something so advanced? And perhaps most importantly, why did humanity lose this technology for nearly 2,000 years? This is the extraordinary story of the Antikythera Mechanism. Hello, this is Andrew from Unbeatable Ancient Teller. Please do subscribe and watch till the end. About ancient quantum computer. To understand the Antikythera Mechanism, we must first travel back to the ancient Mediterranean. The year is roughly 150 to 100 BCE. The empire of Alexander the Great has fractured into powerful kingdoms. Yet despite political divisions, Greek culture, science, and knowledge continue to flourish across vast regions stretching from Egypt to Asia. This period is known as the Hellenistic Age. It is an era of innovation unlike anything the ancient world had seen before. In cities such as Alexandria, scholars gathered knowledge from across the known world. Libraries contained hundreds of thousands of scrolls. Mathematicians developed groundbreaking theories. Astronomers carefully observed the movements of celestial bodies. For ancient civilizations, the sky was more than a source of wonder. It governed agriculture, religious festivals, navigation, political decisions. Understanding the heavens meant understanding the world itself. Yet tracking celestial movements was incredibly difficult. The sun, moon, and visible planets appeared to move in complex patterns. Predicting eclipses required years of observation and mathematical precision. And this challenge inspired some of the greatest scientific minds of the ancient world. What nobody knew was that somewhere an engineer, or perhaps a team of engineers, was about to create a machine unlike anything humanity had ever seen. The exact creator of the Antikythera Mechanism remains one of history's greatest mysteries. Archaeologists believe the device was built between approximately 150 and 100 BCE. Many scholars have suggested connections to the scientific traditions of Rhodes, a major center of astronomy and engineering. Some researchers have even proposed links to the ideas of Archimedes, the legendary Greek mathematician and inventor. While no direct evidence proves Archimedes built the machine, ancient texts describe devices capable of modeling celestial movements. The Antikythera Mechanism may represent the culmination of centuries of astronomical knowledge. Constructed primarily from bronze, the device was housed inside a wooden case roughly the size of a modern shoebox. But appearances were deceptive. Inside existed a breathtaking network of gears, dials, scales, and inscriptions. At least 30 interlocking bronze gears have been identified. Some estimates suggest the original machine may have contained more than 50. For comparison, nothing similarly complex would appear again for over 1,000 years. Why was it built? The answer lies in the stars. The machine appears to have functioned as an analog computer. By turning a crank, users could model astronomical cycles and predict future celestial events. Imagine holding the cosmos inside a box. That was the extraordinary achievement of the Antikythera Mechanism. As scientists decoded the device, its true capabilities stunned the world. The front dial displayed the zodiac and solar calendar. Pointers tracked the positions of celestial bodies. The rear section contained intricate spiral dials capable of predicting eclipses years in advance. One dial tracked the Metonic cycle, a 19-year relationship between lunar and solar calendars. Another monitored the Saros cycle, used for predicting eclipses. This wasn't merely a calendar. It was a machine that transformed mathematical knowledge into mechanical motion. Each gear ratio represented astronomical calculations. Every rotation encoded centuries of observation. researchers discovered inscriptions containing operating instructions and scientific explanations. In essence, the mechanism was both a computer and a textbook. Think about that for a moment. While much of the world relied on basic tools, ancient engineers had constructed a mechanical model of the universe. The achievement is so remarkable that one historian famously stated that finding the Antikythera Mechanism was like discovering a jet aircraft in the tomb of an Egyptian pharaoh. Yet an even bigger mystery remained. If people could build this machine, where were the others? Why had none survived? And why did this technology disappear? The greatest mystery isn't how advanced the machine was. It's that it seems to stand almost alone. The Antikythera Mechanism was discovered aboard a Roman-era shipwreck near the Greek island of Antikythera. The vessel likely sank around 60 BCE while carrying valuable cargo like statues, luxury goods, treasures destined for wealthy elites. And among them was this astonishing machine. But who owned it? A scientist? An astronomer? A wealthy collector? A political leader? Nobody knows. For decades, scholars struggled to understand the corroded fragments. The device appeared as little more than lumps of bronze. Only later did researchers identify gear teeth hidden within the corrosion. The discovery shocked historians. Even more puzzling was the technological gap that followed. Complex gear systems of comparable sophistication largely vanished from surviving historical records for centuries. Did similar devices once exist but fail to survive? Were they destroyed during wars? Lost in fires? Buried beneath forgotten cities? Or does the Antikythera Mechanism represent the lone survivor of a much larger technological tradition? These questions continue to fuel debate today. Perhaps the most haunting possibility is that vast amounts of ancient scientific knowledge simply disappeared. Not because it was wrong, but because history is fragile. The ancient world was changing. The Roman Republic was expanding rapidly. Political instability, warfare, and shifting centers of power transformed Mediterranean civilization. Knowledge that depended upon specific schools, workshops, and scholars became vulnerable. When institutions declined, expertise could vanish with them. The Antikythera Mechanism may have emerged from a highly specialized environment where astronomy, mathematics, and engineering intersected. But maintaining such knowledge required teachers, apprentices, resources, and stability. History offers countless examples of innovations being lost. Technologies disappear. Languages fade. Libraries burn. Civilizations collapse. The Antikythera Mechanism reminds us that progress is not always a straight line. Sometimes humanity advances. Sometimes it forgets. And occasionally, the greatest achievements vanish beneath the waves. For nearly 2,000 years, the machine rested silently on the ocean floor, waiting, preserved by accident, hidden from history, until a remarkable discovery changed everything. In 1900, sponge divers seeking natural resources encountered something unexpected: an ancient shipwreck. What followed became one of archaeology's greatest discoveries. Artifacts recovered from the wreck included statues, jewelry, glassware, and mysterious bronze fragments. Initially, nobody recognized their significance. Then researchers noticed gears. The implications were staggering. Throughout the 20th century, scientists employed increasingly sophisticated techniques to study the device. X-rays revealed hidden structures. Advanced imaging exposed internal gear arrangements. In the 21st century, high-resolution CT scanning revolutionized understanding. Researchers could effectively look inside the mechanism without damaging it. Each technological breakthrough uncovered new details. Previously unread inscriptions became visible. Missing functions were reconstructed. Computer models demonstrated how the device operated. Scientists discovered evidence that it tracked lunar cycles with extraordinary precision. Some studies suggest it may even have modeled planetary motions. The deeper researchers looked, the more astonishing the machine became. And exploration continues today. New underwater investigations around the Antikythera shipwreck have recovered additional artifacts and generated fresh questions. Even after more than a century of study, the mechanism continues to reveal secrets. The Antikythera Mechanism fundamentally changed how historians view ancient technology. Before its discovery, many scholars underestimated the engineering capabilities of the ancient world. Today, the device stands as powerful evidence of remarkable scientific achievement. It demonstrates that ancient civilizations possessed sophisticated mathematical understanding, advanced craftsmanship, and innovative engineering techniques. In many ways, the mechanism represents an ancestor of modern computers. Not electronic, not digital, but computational. A machine designed to process information and model complex systems. Its story also teaches a deeper lesson. Knowledge can be lost. Civilizations can forget. Progress is not guaranteed. Every generation inherits discoveries from those who came before, and preserving that knowledge is one of humanity's greatest responsibilities. The Antikythera Mechanism survived because of an extraordinary coincidence. A shipwreck, a seabed, a group of divers, a century of scientific investigation. Had any link in that chain been broken, we might never have known this machine existed. And perhaps that is the most profound mystery of all. If one incredible machine survived by chance, how many other wonders of the ancient world remain undiscovered? How many inventions, ideas, and achievements are still waiting beneath the earth, hidden beneath the sea, or buried within forgotten ruins? The Antikythera Mechanism reminds us that history still holds secrets. And sometimes, the past is far more advanced than we ever imagined. What do you think? Was the Antikythera Mechanism an isolated masterpiece, or evidence that we have only uncovered a fraction of the ancient world's true technological brilliance? Let us know in the comments.